you teamed up with Leona Lewis for the duet,
Yes.
duet version of the song. How did that come about, you and Leona?
So we were actually introduced by Diane Warren, the prolific songwriter. We've both worked with Diane, and one day out of the blue I get an email from Diane. Calum, I've worked with Leona on this song, it would be perfect for you, you guys should hook up, here's her email. So it was really organic. It wasn't like from the label or the management, it wasn't like a strategic move. We just got introduced, and I've been a fan of Leona's for a while. So it was like, I was like, oh my God, I'm emailing Leona Lewis, this is crazy. I told my mum, she's like, what? Tell her I say hello, like all this crazy stuff. And we just got chatting, she sent me some of her work, I sent her You Are The Reason, and she just loved the song, and she's like, can I be a part of it? And it was literally as organic as that. And she brought something really magical to the duet. I'd never thought of it as a duet, and yet she brings this beautiful kind of romance to the song. And yeah, it's perfect. I couldn't think of anybody else to do it with. It was just perfect.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
You released your debut album, Only Human, in March.
Yes.
3 years after you burst onto the scene in Britain's Got Talent.
Yes.
Are you glad you were able to take your time recording your album?
Yes, and I don't think it was a conscious thing. I think it was just, I needed to grow as an artist and as a person. You know, before Britain's Got Talent, I didn't really have any writing experience. I've always loved music. I was a drummer when I was younger, and then I found this voice that I had. Well, my sister found it. Found this voice that I had, and then concentrated on singing. So songwriting was brand new. So as soon as I started songwriting, I wasn't even thinking of the album. I was just wanting to write really great songs. And within that growth of me as a person and as an artist and as a songwriter, I started to write more and more personal. I started writing about my sexuality and the issues I faced growing up with that. And it just completely changed the trajectory of my writing, of me as a person. I'd become so much more confident, but was so much more honest. And I was just writing and writing and writing until like I was physically stopped. And we need to make the album now. I wrote about 70 songs. So it just became a therapy, you know. It just felt good to get it on paper. And then we whittled down the songs, but I wasn't really conscious of the time it was taking. I just knew that I needed some time to develop. And it just felt like the right time when I released it. But my fans have been very loyal and very patient in the meantime. So this is as much for me as it is for them.
Yeah, that's amazing. I understand that, needing the time to sort of grow.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, I needed to get to that place, and this album has completely helped me, you know. As a person, the writing about such honest and such personal circumstances has allowed me to actually become empowered by my sexuality, which is something that I held back for a long time and suppressed. But writing these songs has almost given me new purpose as well. Yeah. You know, I feel like I'm not just writing pop songs, I'm writing songs that could potentially influence somebody else's life.
You released your fourth single from the album called What I Miss Most.
Yes.
Which you co-wrote. What inspired that song?
Oh my God, just being homesick. You know, I'm a family guy. I've lived the majority of my life in my little nest up in Hull in the northeast of England. And that's where my family are, it's my friends. I was born and raised there, school, my 9-to-5 job that I had, all in Hull. So I miss it dearly. I miss everybody there. And when I was writing the album, that was just one of the things on my mind. You know, I'm missing my family, missing home. So I just, again, wrote from the heart. But wrote it as definitely as a nod to my city of Hull. I reference it in the lyrics, 3 crowns being the crest of my city and 250,000 stories being the population of my city. But wrote it in a way that anybody can understand, because, you know, there's a lot of people that work away from home or live away from home. So it's just a nod to nostalgia and you know, people who are homesick.